opportunities to make some real changes. You know, we are at an inflection point, I believe, in the world economy. Not just the world economy, in the world. It occurs every 3 or 4 generations. As one of the top military people said to me in a secure meeting the other day, 60 million people died between 1900 and 1946. And since then, we established a liberal world order, and that hadn't happened in a long while. A lot of people dying, but nowhere near the chaos. And now is a time when things are shifting. There's going to be a new world order out there, and we've got to lead it. And we've got to unite the rest of the free world in doing it. So anyway, I'm going to hush up, Mary, fire away.
Hey guys, this is Tommy with Tommy Nation Politics. How's everyone doing today? Free thinking, innovative, totally open-minded. This is Tommy Nation Politics. How's it going, guys? I hope you're good today. Let me tell you, the lessons we learn, history, if we don't learn those lessons, can repeat itself. It's Tommy Nation Politics. You can find us at www.tommynationpolitics.com. You can write to us at facebook.com/TommyNationPolitics. Watch us on Twitch at TommyNationPolitics, one word, TOMMY. You can also donate to Tommy Nation Politics by PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. Capital T, capital M, capital P, Tommy Nation Politics. One word, capital T, capital M, capital P. Maybe you can come up with better solutions than Lindsey Graham, guys. This guy's been raving like a lunatic for, I don't know, God knows how long. But let's just think about this rationally for a second. I want to analyze, guys, with you, this entire clip on Fox News. It's from the Hannity show, which I'll confess to you that, like, I enjoyed watching Tucker Carlson. I think he's a good guy. He has at least principles and values. Might not agree with what he has to say sometimes. Most times. Actually, he's been more progressive than Joe Biden. Tucker Carlson. Like, he was talking about how, regular American people are in food lines and stuff. He was talking about how you should tell the truth and how you shouldn't take the fall, like have some underling take the fall for you. How you should take responsibility for your actions. I find those things admirable because they're principles. Now, Sean Hannity, on the other hand, guys, he's not a principled guy at all. He's not even a person. He's a literal bucket of chicken that just regurgitates every single Green New Deal, socialism, communism. He has no idea what he's saying, and he's a fucking idiot. I feel like everybody knows that. He's just a big pig with a hair comb over. I feel like everyone knows that already, guys. Because he's a joke. And, it sucks because this is the cable news at the level of Rachel Maddow, who puts the CIA director on and spews CIA talking points in public with the CIA director. Like, literally, she's literally has him right next to. Hello, we would like to talk to you about the Steele dossier that doesn't exist. This guy is the Rachel Maddow of Fox News, bro. Sean motherfucking Hannity, check this guy out, bro. So, anyway, like, I don't watch Fox News too much. I don't watch any of the news too much because they're all liars. And you should know that by now. But this clip of Lindsey Graham, guys. Oh my God. So he said that he was going to want to get Putin assassinated. He literally called for the assassination of Putin. You would think that's good, right? Do you think that's good? Do you think that's good, guys? To call for the murder of people without trials? I don't know. Is that democratic? I don't think so. This guy is at the level of the fucking Taliban. He's calling for the murder of a person. But he's such a coward. He wouldn't murder someone, would he? I don't know. The way you hear him talking about murder and just randomly in the same voice talking about how the Ukrainian people are suffering. Like, this guy's, I don't know. I don't know, guys. But let's check it out. And I want to know what you think, because maybe it's just me, but like this guy's a psycho. Let's go. This is the clip, guys. We're gonna really watch it along with you, okay? Check this out.
With reaction, South Carolina Senator.
These guys' reaction.
Lindsey, I know you and I are both viewed as hawks, but if we don't learn from our mistakes and our successes, then we're doomed to repeat failure. Now, what happened in Afghanistan ended up being an unmitigated failure and a disaster. We can't be in a disaster.
Yeah.
We can't be engaged in these foreign conflicts in perpetuity. Reagan showed us the way with the Mujahideen and with the freedom-fighting Contras. And I would argue Trump showed us with ISIS, Soleimani, and Baghdad. Do you agree with that?
Fuck you.
And I would argue
The
Trump
freedom-fighting Contras?
Soleimani, and Baghdadi. Do you agree with that?
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, 100%.
You said, then first, okay, so let's analyze this part. This guy just said we did a horrible thing in Iraq with a Republican president that he supported full-throatedly, and also full-throatedly supported the Iraq war. This guy, Sean Hannity, and this guy, Lindsey Graham, both did that. And now they're saying it's a mistake. And we should learn from our mistakes. This guy who literally looks like a fucking human piece of jello. He's literally saying that we should learn from our mistakes. That was a mistake. What we should do is arm rebels. Because it works so well with Libya, right?
No, it's so, I mean,
these guys are fucking murderers, bro.
Yes, we came, we saw, he died.
Okay, so that was a mistake. I don't know. So now you're going to tell me what's not a mistake, right? What's not a mistake is the arming rebels to do
President
coups.
Trump said something today that I think was really smart. He said 100 years from now, they're going to look back at this time in history and wondering, what the hell were these people doing?
Yeah, because of you.
What did you suggest? You suggest that
because
the
of
war
you,
criminal,
though.
Putin, who is murdering Ukrainian men, women, and children by the thousands now, should go.
God.
And that created controversy. I really don't care how he goes. I don't care if they turn him over to The Hague to be a war crimes trial, where he should be. They give him an early buyout, or somebody takes him out otherwise. You're right to want him to go. And to those who can't say that, what the hell's wrong with you? Why can't you say openly to the Russian people, you need to take care of this problem, Putin, for your own good? Your country will never go anywhere as long as he's your leader. And look what he's doing in Ukraine and throughout the world.
So understand what he's saying, guys. When he says to the Russian people, you should kill and assassinate your leader. First of all, think about what would happen if anybody in the world would say that about Joe Biden. These guys have no respect at all. Like, while you might not like him and you are so entitled, Lindsey, that you just think you should have people murdered. And if you can't murder them, then someone else in their country should. It's their responsibility to murder their leaders. I would argue, I agree. Maybe that is a good idea. Lindsey. You first. It's almost like how do you talk like that if you haven't already killed a person and you liked it?
Shame.
I haven't tasted blood for the first time. I'm Lindsey Graham. Putin's blood.
Shame.
So President Trump gave a 20-minute interview today that I wish every American could heard. It was the way to handle this problem. He says you can't let a guy with nuclear weapons dictate the world because he has nuclear weapons.
What?
We have a military too. Trump said if he
we have a
did
military
this
too.
exchange on his
We could
side,
also
he'd have
nuke the planet.
submarines all around Russia saying you should not do that. Trump says we should give the MiGs and then some. Here's what I would say. If Putin gets away with this, China will take Taiwan.
Okay, so this
You
guy.
worry about a
So before he does this propaganda about China, then he talks about how you can't let a guy who has nuclear weapons dictate things because we can also have nuclear weapons. Is that not what he's saying right now? What is the logic? Why did you bring up nuclear weapons, Lindsey? This guy. Okay, so he has nuclear weapons. That must be what you're afraid of, right? So your solution to this is more nuclear weapons. That's your solution. That's fucking smart, bro. You're a smart guy. Yeah, totally. We should, you know what? If Putin's gonna put off a nuke, we should do it first, like Hiroshima. Yeah, these guys full-throatedly.
If we
Do you think they're really sorry about Iraq? Because
People
I don't
down
think so.
and Putin wins here.
I don't think so. I think they're not. They're liars. Just so y'all know. But
Negotiating with the Iranians to give them
continue
a
to talk
pathway
about.
to a bomb.
I want to
So on
bomb
this
China.
subject,
I want to
If you
kill
could
people in
listen to him
Iran.
today,
I also want to
please
kill
have him
people.
on your show.
Now, guys,
He would reassure you it does not have to be the.
I'm sorry we're not listening to most of this clip. I really, in my mind, I wanted to just be like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. You are a murderer. You have no principles or values. You literally want to murder people, and if not, other people murder people. That's your solution to everything. Nuclear weapons, more nuclear weapons. Like, these guys should not be allowed to talk on television. They're psycho murderers. I just want to know if anybody else feels that way. Because they are. They killed people in Iraq and Afghanistan and Libya. They've bombed Yemenis' weddings and they killed Afghanistani farmers. And they don't give a shit about you. He looks like he doesn't give a shit about anything, but like, especially his diet or potassium. But anyway,
Guess what?
this guy's
If
aged
he
well.
proved that it didn't have to be this way,
It didn't be this way if you just fucking paid your World Bank fee.
we had him on the show as much. There's a reason that the Taliban didn't kill an American around the last 18 months that he was president, and then they went on the march when Joe Biden was sworn in. That's called peace through strength. In terms of America's role, why would Joe Biden veto Poland giving MiGs to the Ukrainians so they can fight their own war? That seems like a mistake, too.
Because Putin owns Biden. Biden is afraid of escalation. He's afraid of making Putin mad. As the troops were building up around the Ukraine, Republicans and Democrats said put sanctions on Putin for the provocation of a military buildup. Don't.
So this guy, it's funny because he says that Joe Biden is owned by Putin. But he's literally standing at that moment, Joe, business roundtable business meetings of the CEOs, this organization and business people, and he's ironic, really. Like, this is hilarious. He's literally standing at and this guy with the melted face says that he's owned by
Putin. To
Putin.
the invasion. So here's two questions the world needs to ask.
What are your
and
questions,
answer. There's going to
Lindsey?
be a NATO summit.
Where's your
Here's
questions?
what I would say on your
Go ahead.
show to NATO.
What?
If there's a chemical weapons attack by the
So
Russian
fucking
military
chemical weapons
against
again,
Ukrainian
are we,
people,
with Syria?
we should impose a no-fly zone immediately because that's breaking all the rules that we've
The
World War
rules.
II.
Well, you wouldn't want to break any rules.
If
You
Putin
stupid.
explodes a nuclear weapon in
Rules.
Ukraine, the radiation will affect most of Europe. We should consider that.
I'm just gonna stop this one more time, and I'm gonna say, you don't believe in rules. Oh, why do you want to do this, Lindsey? Why do you want to kill people? Just wondering. Why do we have to sink to the level of slime to fight the slime? None of it makes any sense, and you are literally a psycho. By the way, Hannity, guys, throughout this entire thing is just peace through socialism, communism. Have you noticed that? Like, literally, has Hannity asked any? Has he asked a question, or did he just a lot of comments? This is an interview.
The one thing
on
I've
Fox
learned
News.
with bullies like Putin, if you're not clear, then they will assume you're weak. So nobody assumed Trump was weak. You know why Putin didn't invade Ukraine on Trump's watch? Because he didn't think he'd get away with it. Taiwan is looking at Ukraine as a dress rehearsal. This is the most dangerous time in world history since the 1980s. So I'm begging NATO to let Putin go. What would happen if he used chemical weapons on the poor, suffering people of the Ukraine? We were to control the skies through NATO. If he launches a nuclear weapon, if he...
So, guys, I just want y'all to know that the MSNBC, the CNN, the whole entire mainstream media is advocating full-throatedly for the murder of people, to stop the murder of people. And they think that's logical, but they're sorry about Iraq. They just want to arm other people to do the murders now. We don't do the murders. You do the murders. And we sign checks for the murders. And we advocate for the murders full-throatedly on television without being asked a question or challenging it, guys. Because we literally have that's what our interviews are. We just let you talk about murdering people. And we don't ask any questions. Why not, guys? I don't get it. The point is, guys, you're alive when they start to eat you. The point is, they don't give a shit about you. I guess that's the point.